Reggie Bush is getting his 2005 Heisman Trophy back. That's according to ESPN. The Heisman Trust is expected to announce a formal reinstatement today amid what is called, quote, enormous changes in the college football landscape, end quote. Bush forfeited the award, if you remember, in 2010 after the NCAA hit USC with multiple sanctions, including Bush for receiving improper benefits. But in light of NIL sweeping the college football landscape, calls for Bush to get his trophy back and be re-intensified in recent years. Of course, reaction from this, Reggie Bush releasing his own statement saying, in quote, personally, I'm thrilled to reunite with my fellow Heisman winners and be a part of the storied legacy of the Heisman Trophy, and I'm honored to return to the Heisman family. I also look forward to working together with the Heisman Trust to advance the values and mission of the organization. Of course, we'll keep more tabs on this when it comes to Bush. Again, the breaking news, getting his 2005 Heisman Trophy back in his possession. For more on this, we're going to bring in our guy, Chip Patterson. And Chip, when you talk about something like this, it's a surprise because this is something that's been heating up the past couple of years, maybe like 4 or 5, the closer we've gotten to NIL. And now that we have it, your reaction to this news this morning?
I think this is necessary for college football. I think this is necessary for Reggie Bush. I think that when we tell the story of college football through the 2000s, to ignore one of the star players, really an iconic player from that USC run under Pete Carroll, to try to erase him from history like he didn't exist, I think is unfair to the college football fans of the future, because that is a big part of what we're doing. As we're seeing the sport change, we need to make sure that we crystallize the things that were great and the electric playmaking of Reggie Bush on the field with the rest of those superstars in that USC offense. That was a big part of the sport and the way that we talk about it, because make no mistake about it. The explosion of college football comes with the explosion of cable television and the ability for the entire country to see teams like USC absolutely light it up on Saturdays. And it made Reggie Bush, someone who in the early, pre-YouTube era, when you're starting to share highlights with your friends via email before we had any social media, Reggie Bush is one of those players. And so for college football, I think it's very important. And then for Reggie Bush, the opportunity for him to take part in everything that comes with being a Heisman winner, to gather with the other Heisman winners once a year, to be a part of the other things that the Heisman Trust does off the field and away from the ceremony. I think, again, important for college football, but also very important to be fair to Reggie Bush.
Chip, some of those key words there in that statement, enormous changes in the college football landscape. When you hear
you on mute, cuz.
What you over there sipping on, bro? What you over there sipping on?
Boy, you almost caught me with my cane juice concoction, boy. I almost had the ingredients on the screen. But yeah, they hit me with a warning shot. What's up with you, man? D Streeter, man. What's going on with you, brother? Well, we back in the building, man. We on the corner of Hayes Street. We back in Chicago, man, because the Cubs are playing the Astros again. First pitch, it ain't kickoff, it ain't tip off. What do they call it in baseball? Pitch off. The pitch off is that
first pitch. They call it.
Come on, fact checkers, y'all get in the chat and let us know what it is, man. I don't know. We don't play baseball down there too much at the crib. But anyway, man, we down here, man, and so with that being said, man, we back here again. Reggie Bush, man, can I do a little something right here, Street, if you don't mind? If you don't mind, bro, can I give a round of applause to Reggie Bush, man, for getting his trophy back, man? Let's give him a round. Thank you, South Coast. Says first pitch. First pitch. Shout out to everybody here hanging out with us, man. We know that the Miami Heat playing tonight. Man, y'all turn the game down and listen to us, man. Y'all got to help us out, man. We got comp, man. We got comp. It's called Nightcap, man. We coming for that. We coming for that top spot. Street, what you think?
We on our way, dog. Oh, we got a new member, dog. Shout out to the new member, Pinky.
Man, y'all clapping up for Pinky in the building. Let's go. Y'all clap up.
Yeah, with the big hat.
Hey, I don't know, Street, if it's this kind of pinky or is this kind of pinky. Say it. Say what again? Say what again?
See, one more, and it's over. I got a homeboy that every time I don't answer the phone, he send me that little clip, that little gift clip.
Oh, yeah?
A pinky.
Open the pitch. Shout out to Pinky Ivy, man, as a member, man. Thank you so much. And we really appreciate that, man. It really helps the channels grow and so forth. We are dual streaming this, man. We are on Facebook, YouTube, and X, aka Twitter, man. So yeah, we appreciate that, man. What's up with Reggie Bush? It shocked me. I didn't even hear, like, it was no rumblings. It just showed up today. He got it back. So talk to him, man. What's happening to you, man? What was on your mind when you heard it?
It was his. I mean, NCAA has been ruling college football with an iron fist, bro. And it seems as if they're softening by the day. They're giving by the day. It's a lot of lawsuits being thrown out there against them. I don't know how many people are winning, but it was his. And when when Johnny Manziel came out with the Netflix special and just basically just started blurting out everything he did, and everybody was like, wait a minute. And Reggie Bush ain't in the Heisman house, the Dr. Pepper Heisman house?
That boy in the window like this.
My main thing is when they take these people's Heismans, right? I looked it up. Texas versus USC national championship. Vince Young versus Reggie Bush, Matt Leinart, and it's Saturday night. And we all remember how it ended with Vince Young running the ball in the corner and walking off. I said, I wonder how much that game made. $18.4 million.
That one game.
One game. Here is my problem with this.
Back then, too. Back then.
What year was that? Right, I got it right here. 2006.
Yeah.
Here's my problem with that. All these legal law makers and these rule holders, right? If you can't redo that money, stop trying to fix shit that happened in the past. Because I don't see nobody giving money back saying, all right, man, it's a redo. We're going to give everybody back that money. That game didn't happen.
Right. True story.
Just talking about the game, bro. Like that season itself, I remember 10 o'clock at night scrolling through games thinking, damn, all college football going off. You remember them days?
Yeah,
and fuck around and hit one of them channels on cable where you were 136 and Fresno State versus USC was on. And this is 2006 now, so we don't have no internet. You had heard about Reggie Bush, right? But you didn't really see him a lot. And I sat down and watched this man run over Fresno State like they was fucking invisible, bro.
Nah, he was a gangster, dog. Like he was fun. Like I have to say this, he was phenomenal, man. Like and to your point, it was like you said, it was no YouTube. It was none of these kind of platforms. Kind of even like the guy said in the clip, you had to email highlights to people, and somebody had to download it and upload it, and it was on Napster and stuff like that. You remember that? File sharing stuff. I mean, it wasn't easily accessible, right? And that's when it was regional football, right? Like, there were regional games on TV. If you were West Coast, you got the West Coast games, South Coast, whatever the case may be, East Coast and whatever. But not to your point, man. But him and Lindell White with a perfect 1-2 punch, Matt Leinart. I mean, they had some gangsters in there, man.
Very entertaining season, bro. One of the most entertaining seasons we had with Snoop Dogg showing up, and their coach was the perfect coach. Pete, what's his name? Yeah,
Pete
very
Carroll.
entertaining. Pete Carroll, yeah.
Bro, and the fact you said that, the stars were out. They were, for lack of a better term, they were Miami Part 2. They were like the star-studded sidelines. You know what I mean? You got Matthew McConaughey that used to be a big fan of Texas, went to Texas, and he was on their sideline. And so far as Texas, I mean, but no, it was star-studded. I remember with Sean Penn and all these people used to be on the sideline, and it was crazy. But just to watch Reggie Bush run the ball, when you talk about the difference between a difference maker and a playmaker, or you talk about, in the words of Cam, a game changer and a game manager, and I know he's referencing quarterback. That dude was anytime he touched the football, it could have been a touchdown.
It was nasty. It was nasty work, dog.
No, ugly work. I'm going up stuff talk.
And how much did he weigh? He was maybe 185.
Yeah, but he was stank with it, bro. Look at that. They throwing toss sweeps. Like, look at this
game right here. And look, dog. He ran with zero fear. He had no fear. He ran high. It was the weirdest thing to watch. But his stop and go was so much faster than everybody. It's like Devin Hester's, is that he was able to run with no fear.
And he's got almost like a receiver type body. That was the weird thing, right? Like when you look at Lindell White, especially back then in those days, you know, them guys were still in the I back under center. It wasn't all this running gun stuff. This play, see, they on the center I back, man. They still run the old ISO plays.
But that was 24 blocks right there, boy.
You know what I'm saying? Down Techno Bowl, down said hut. Like, you know what I mean? And this cat here, dog, was look at this. They under center.
Oh boy, look at that. Where was he lined up? Was that a wiggle route? Was he lined up outside?
No, he was lined up at receiver. So it's funny you bring that up. That's when they started the mismatches, right? You start to see the running back starting to go out and play wide receiver. Right?
That's
and
a linebacker out there with him, huh? Yeah.
And he ain't got a chance. That line. So therefore, you start seeing the whole. They always had nickelbacks and stuff, but then you start seeing people, motion guys out there to always get that mismatch, and that's when you start seeing a real chess match. Look at this. How you go from this I back some old school football to now I'm gonna line him up out wide. That would have been straight clipping back in the day. I mean today. But I'm saying you go from that. Look, you go from this look right here to, all right, hey, Reggie, you go out there to the X by yourself one-on-one and take him to the house.
Right.
I'm going to give him this credit. He was before his time like Peter Warrick was before his time, in my eyes. That's why I never translated to the NFL, in my opinion. I just think if he plays today, he's a total different pro.
Explain.
Totally different pro. It's just the style of the game. It's just the style of the game. It was just the style of the game, how the game was played, how the game is played. You know, you look at Peter Warrick and say, why didn't Peter Warrick translate in high school? I'm sorry, in the pros the way he did in college. Excuse me. You say, Reggie, why doesn't he translate? It's just different, dog.
You think Peter Warrick was like a traditional wide receiver now? So you're saying Peter Warrick didn't translate? Why? Or the guy from Florida. The guy from Florida also, right? What's his name?
From Florida?
Yeah, Percy Harvin.
I think Percy was a little different. Percy always had the speed and stuff. I just think Percy had some other things going on. But I think these guys just couldn't. It's unfortunate they just couldn't translate their game to greatness in the pros. I'm saying.
Yeah, I want to hear.
And I think it's just the style of the game. Just the style of the game. Because you look at it today, he could have done what Le'Veon Bell doing.
Le'Veon Bell?
You know what I mean? No, I'm just saying, if you look at how Le'Veon Bell and those guys are, where they motion them out wide. In the pros, they didn't really do that with him like that. They weren't. And one thing about football in college was very creative. They were innovative, right? They didn't just fit into a cookie cutter box. You would see guys, like you say, go here. We saw way back with Miami with Kevin Williams would go out. He was a running back. They lined him out a wide receiver. And them boys, now wide receiver still in a 3-point stance. But anyway, I mean, I could talk about this kind of stuff forever. But yeah, man.
Hey man, shout out to y'all in the comment section, man. You want us to post your comment, man? Just send a dono and we'll put your comment up here and read it. And shout out to Dylan Edwards' dad in the comment section, man.
Shout out, man. What's going on, man? Hey, wish you nothing but the best, man. And man, shout out to you, man. We'll definitely be following this career, man. I know there's a lot going on right now. Y'all definitely got it, man. Y'all definitely got it, man. So shout out to you, your family, and your son. And your son a competitor, dog. He a competitor. He a competitor.
Now, I'm not quite sure if this is actually Dylan that was dad, but saying stuff like this, it got to be his daddy or his uncle. So I just assume that it's his dad.
Damn, you got me talking to one of my members, dog. That's my dog, Chuck. You done set me up.
Hey, making comments like this, that got to be blood, bro. Okay? That got to be blood.
I the next Reggie Bush. Man, you got me up here, boy.
That was funny. I was like, let me stop him. Nah, this is great for TV. Let me let this ride.
Well, I'm finna get it in. Dang, Chuck, you done set your boy up. But anyway, y'all send this part to his daddy. How about that? Twitter that.
Is the next Reggie Bush.
You saying a lot there now, Chuck. Hold up now.
I was thinking Chris Johnson reminds me. I was trying to figure out like his take it to the house, right? Chris Johnson for the Miami Hurricanes, right? But he doesn't have the wiggle. He doesn't have the wiggle that Reggie Bush has. He just has that one. If you miss, he's gone. This guy has. You know what I'm saying? This guy was like.
I don't think we've seen enough Chris Johnson to see if he has the vision yet. Like we know he got to go. We know he got to go. But does he have the vision? Does he have the like right here? See him getting trapped? He set that up. See how he set that up? Man,
right. I don't think Chris Johnson has the right. It's the vision and the hips, right? I just was trying to figure out a slender back, right? That if the linebackers miss, the safeties will not catch him to the sideline. And I was trying to compare him with somebody. And watching him run, you see what I'm saying? Watching him run away from people like that is what Chris Johnson does. But he does not have. I don't think he has that bouncing. Well, we haven't seen it yet.
Please go back. I want to see this jump cut. And I don't know if Chris has that either. Like you say, he's freshman, not a freshman, but not this one. You'll see it's coming. When he makes this lateral jump cut and get missing.
That's that Fresno State game, fool. That Fresno State game won him the Heisman, fool.
Watch this. No, it's not this place. The next one.
That was it, wasn't it?
You'll see it.
That was a national championship boy out there.
Maybe
nasty
work. Vince Young was a nasty one too, dog. Ew.
Yeah.
Look at that. See that right there?
Yeah. Duke Johnson. Ooh.
And the pull out of it.
Duke Johnson had a lot of this.
Yes. Shout out to Duke, man.
Duke Johnson. Somebody in the comment section said that Trucker. Shout out to Trucker, man. That's one of my longtime members. Duke Johnson had a lot of this. Y'all want a Duke Johnson story?
Go ahead.
Duke Johnson went to play against Glade Central. Glade Central had the Gatorade All-American player on their team. Florida's Gatorade All-American player, William Likely, I think his name was, running back on their team. Duke Johnson, them second round of playoffs, went to Glade Central to play against Glade Central. And old head was sitting in the stand. He was like, "Boy, I heard the guy got this kid named Duke, but y'all ain't seen nothing like old Will Likely." And I just looked at him. Like, boy, we about to unleash hell on y'all. So the first quarter, Glade Central really fast, undersized. They kind of stifled Duke. They kind of corralled him. They were able to corral him. You know what I'm saying? And stifle him. But boy, when he got loose, started getting loose like late in that third quarter, man, and went for like 2-something against them, right? Like 2-something, a couple carries, maybe 3 touchdowns. For the touchdown, he dove in his own. We're going to put up the highlights one day. The next morning, I'm going to FBU, and I'm talking to his mama, right? Dog, this is funny. This is not even why I'm telling this story, but this goes great with today. And I called his mom, right? Now, mind you, we're in the middle of it. Now, this ain't the Duke Johnson y'all done seen already. We're in the middle of it. He in high school. I say, Cassandra. Now, she been watching him his whole life, so she can't see it. I say, I think we watching something, and we could get on the line, dog. I would get on the line. I said, I think we're watching something special. Like watching Reggie Bush high school highlights. I say, but because we're so close to it, I don't think we could see it. I say, but because I had not seen so many of these kids, right? And I'm saying to myself, I think what we just saw him do to Glaze Central and what he did in that playoff. This was my very words. I think we're watching Reggie Bush in high. I couldn't put it in words. I said, I think we're watching Reggie Bush in high school. But before that highlight tape was made, the scroll, which what they called it, his highlight tape in high school, this is what it was. And I was like, I think we're in the middle of it. Mm-hmm. But I don't think we could see it because we know the heart. I said we know his big head ass. Yeah, I don't think we could see it. And bro, listen, we was watching something close, dog.
Well, I saw it. I know exactly what it was. Well, let me tell you something. When I said this dude has so much patience. I say his most powerful weapon. I always talked about it. We call it a stiff arm, but he didn't use it as a stiff arm. He used it as a buffer. He wouldn't use it with power. He would put it like he would place it on you. And then most defensive guys start to leave their feet to make a tackle. And he would use it to actually keep you off of him, and you would be pushing him away from you. Like, he wouldn't use his arm to push you away from him. He would place his hand on you, and as you pushing, he's using it to push himself. Like, that shit was amazing, bro. I'm sorry.
Leverage. She's using it like a stopgap. Leverage. She's using your leverage against and he's using your leverage to power him. Yeah.
The more you push, the further he's getting away. You know what I mean?
It makes sense. It makes
total
sense.
Your feet. Yeah, you start losing your feet because defenders, you start going to the ground, and he would just it was nasty. That was nasty, man. Shout out to Duke, man. Student coach at the U right now.
I started this thing when he was in high school, and every time he would stiff arm somebody, I would make this graphic that say over 1 million served, like McDonald's.
Ooh.
I'm gonna find them pictures one day. I got them somewhere, and I would make the graphic, and every time he stiffed somebody, and it'd be like it'd say over 1 million served.
He got us like that. I remember this. You probably was at that game at that time, Street. I didn't know you. I was at Jackson. It's 3rd and 33. I've said this story before.
I was there.
I told Tyson. I said, Tyson, they gonna give him the ball.
3rd and 33.
He played running back. I say, listen, do not tackle him by yourself. I say, just dance with him till the cavalry get there, till the homies get there. We're going to jump his ass. That's what I told him.
Right.
Here go the hero. Dun, 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 dun. I want to save the world, coach. Bruh. He ain't know Duke Johnson was the Dark Knight. And that boy that came out there and he gave him that, and Duke was and he was very smart too, because that same play, Duke got 33.5 yards, lays down on the sideline, right in front of me. And I said, get your ass up. And he rolled over and looked at me. He just started laughing. He played hurt, rolled over, looked, because he got tackled inbounds, rolled over, looked at me and started laughing. That gave them time to get the field goal unit on, and they kicked the field goal to win it. And it was like a line drive. Yep. Mother.
Them Jackson games with Jackson with them little midget wide receivers, man, them used to be some hell of a games.
And you know why the rivalry was big? Because we had just left New Orleans. And that's why the rivalry was so big between Jackson and New Orleans, because we had just left New Orleans. And so we knew a lot of those kids on that team, man. But hey, that little dude, who you talking about? You talking about Willie Quinn. He made Sports Center, man, at Southern. He made sports. Yeah, he was a baller. But let me ask you this, because we know we fighting in some time here, man. Shout out to Wrigley Field. This is Hayes Street. Got 218 in the building, man. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for coming by. We are dual streaming on Hayes side of the street, on my dog D side of the street. This is Hayes Street. We at Wrigley Field right now in Chicago. We in the Chi. And the Cubs about to play the Astros for the second time. They won yesterday, I think 7-2. So anyway, let me ask you this. Talking about this Reggie Bush, they took it, and they took his Heisman because I'm going to just say allegedly, because I don't think anything truly came out. If it did, I'm still going to say allegedly. Signed with a marketing company, got some money, I guess was fronted some money, did not sign with that company, and did not pay the money back. I guess the company went in there and snitched on him, and that's how it all started. They bought a house and all of those type of things, and they took his trophy, right? Here's my question. What are your thoughts on teams? Because we're seeing Michigan about to go through this now. We saw USC go through this, and numerous teams. We saw Tennessee go through it with your boy putting money in the hamburger bags and all that kind of stuff. What are your thoughts on teams being penalized for another man's mistake? Future teams really being penalized for a past mistake. That's really what it is. But Reggie Bush was done. He was going to the league. Pete Carroll left, went to the NFL. My man got fired from Pruitt, got fired from Tennessee. He got, put out. Jim Harbaugh went on to the NFL. We see when guys get in trouble, the NCAA rains down these sanctions, but the future team pays the true penalty for it. What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's right. I think because what they're saying is, remember we talked about rank structure in the military? The generals deal with the lieutenants deal with the sergeants. I think the NCAA can only deal with the infrastructure, the school. Hey, y'all need to watch our people. Y'all allowed this to happen, so we're going to penalize you. You're looking at it from a standpoint of all those people gone, right? But they're penalizing the school and basically bringing the hammer down on the school, saying, next time y'all need to police y'all people. I agree with it.
All right. Well, we got us a little debate then, because I highly disagree.
I know you do.
And I'm going to tell you why I disagree. I don't care about the school, the logo, the name, more than you're penalizing players, and they had nothing to do with it, right? Like the coach put the money in the hamburger bag. So now I'm getting bowl banned. I'm a player. I've been there at 5 o'clock workouts, working my behind off. Part of my goals is to win maybe a major bowl, go to the playoffs now, or go to the major bowl game, New Year's Six bowl game, and I am being punished for a grown man's mistake or whatever the case may be. I don't ever think they should do that. I believe that it should be a monetary fine like anything else in the NFL. They don't fine the team and say, I don't care how bad. Okay, perfect example. New England, Spygate, Deflategate, all of those things. They never said you won't be eligible for the Super Bowl. They never said that. And so my thing is, the school did it. How do you hurt anything in anybody? Make them pay financially. Right? Make them pay financially. Second is, you got coaches out here, and I'm just going to use Jim Harbaugh for example because he's one of the latest. Ban him from college coaching for 5 years. Or that's his thing, not a my thing. So ban Harbaugh from coaching in college for a 5-year ban or whatever that is. Okay. Because you're taking scholarships away from a school. At the end of the day, it only hurts the kids because you're going to get a new coach. So you put that coach in the bind. The school still really don't care because you haven't hurt them. No, what I'm saying is the school, because you haven't done anything. I mean, they're going to still survive. That's what I'm saying. Okay. They're going to still. The University of Tennessee was not going to crumble because of the bowl ban. But these kids' opportunities will. These kids' goals and dreams are crushed because at the hands of another man, not because of something they particularly did. And so that's why I look at it that way. You understand what I'm saying?
What does the school lose? Money?
They probably pay some kind of fine. But other than that, really the program is the one that gets hit with the bowl bans, the loss of scholarships, loss of contact time with future recruits. That is all. It's all football related. Like I said, they should make the fine hefty and take it out on the culprits and not the people that's guilty by association, I guess is the way I look at it.
Even if they're gone, like even if the head coach is gone.
Yeah, if he leaves, then you can ban him. So say if he did something egregious enough, you can ban him from coaching in college football for say a number of years, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, whatever. That's who you're penalizing.
Gotcha. No, I can see that.
That's just looking at it.
Yeah, but I think that's what I think. I just think it's them dealing with the entity, and basically because that's what they have left there to deal with.
I agree. Here's what I'll just say real quick. Ro, we normally don't put them up. We want y'all to help us out a little bit if you can, but I think this is interesting because it plays a point. And I hear a lot of people say this. Not these days, Coach, the players got the portal. Let's always remember, the portal doesn't serve everybody the same. The top players may have a home, but the other guys that want to play college football and be a part of this thing and be a part of a good team, and they've done what they have to do to make it. You get what I'm saying? I'll just say, for the lack of a better term, the Rudies, right? the Rudies of the world. So yeah, we're talking about, if you really thought about it, in the portal, the most sought out people are probably 1 or 2, maybe 3 guys off of each team, probably on average. Right. Probably on average. You know what I mean? So that's what I think is the difference, right? So to Rose's point, I appreciate his point, but I think that, again, I still think it's a individual deal. Individual broke the rule. Make the school pay for it because you're ultimately in charge. But man, don't punch.
I'd be kind of confusing to figure out who actually broke the rule. The coach be looking like, you know what I'm saying? It'd be kind of actually hard to figure out who actually did it.
I mean, they found out that Jeremy Pruitt was putting money in Burger King bags, and it was a couple other people. But I don't think it was any player putting money in a Burger King bag. Like, and if he did it, he was instructed to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see. I'm trying to pick a player from the past. I don't see Duke Johnson, since he's not playing anymore. I don't see Duke Johnson going to a running back and be like, "Hey, boy, you want some fries?" You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that boy eating $100 French fries, if you know what I'm saying. So that's just how I look at it, man. That's how I look at it. Now, if a player break the rule like Reggie Bush, to me that's crazy. Let me ask you this, because this does. I think I was looking at one of the articles they talked about this piece too. Street was, what were they saying? You talked about the money, but they were talking about giving the thing back. Reggie Bush will be allowed now to be a part of the Heisman events and so forth and so on. Like maybe the new Heisman Trophy. That they're probably gonna have a fire trophy now, boy.
They all
gangster trophy.
All the Heisman Trophy winners are there at the Heisman Trophy ceremony. So he probably could be able to put my dog in the Dr. Pepper Heisman house, dog.
That's what I'm
saying. Put my dog in the Heisman.
That commercial it's gonna be. I think he's gonna like pop out the basement or something. They're gonna blow the dust off of him or some craziness, dog.
Go ahead and talk, man. While we watch Duke run all over y'all ass.
You a real hitter, Daryl Streeter. Matter of fact, here, take this.
Go ahead and talk while we watch Duke run all over your defense, dog.
That's you filming that?
Yeah. From the stands. This is when the Footballville first started. I used to call it Dolo Cam.
Oh, this one. You'll see me on the other side then. Now, do you have the last play?
That's Duke right there. I know what play you're talking about. I have it somewhere. I couldn't find it. Willie Quinn was a wide receiver. What number?
Right here at the bottom of the screen.
4.
4.
Who was the quarterback? It wasn't Quentin Flowers yet, right?
No, this was it was a tall, light-skinned cat named oh no, this was Rashad. What's his name? He ended up playing at Utah State. What was Rashad last name? Dang, what was Rashad last name? His mom taught at the school.
Shout out to the Heat, dog. They only down 5. Heat money line, 700. Put $100 on the Heat, you win 700 tonight. There he is.
They go Cadillac Therese right there. We were just looking at him. Robinson Therese. Yeah, number 5.
See, Dolo Cam, I used to put the camera on the star no matter what he did, because I figured people just wanted to watch the star, right? No, so I would just put the camera on Duke, like even if he got the ball or didn't get the ball. And I used to call it Dolo Cam. But it only worked with Duke Johnson. Yeah, I realized that everybody else wasn't that exciting to watch.
You know Hardwick? You know Hardwick? James Hardwick, you don't know him?
There go Eric Flowers. I saw him today at working out. Eric Flowers right there.
That's Anthony right here, the like kind of light school dude talking. He was coaching somewhere for a while.
They go Duke. They don't motion that boy out. Up top on y'all at Hay.
No, sir. If I were, he
had a wide
receiver
named Uwe.
Uwe played at UCL.
That was his real, yeah, that was his real name too. Mm-hmm. Nasty work. No, you want to see nasty work, dog. And we're gonna get ready to get up out of here, dog. We got a short show tonight. The Heat down by 5, dog. We're gonna go check that out. It's only the first half. I got the second half of this too.
Oh, well, that's the second half. It's the end of the game, so I know it's not on this clip. Then that's the second half.
It was in the first half.
Second half is to win the game. So it's the second half. Is at the very end of the game.
I remember the play vividly. It's somewhere on my drive. I got it somewhere.
Yeah, it's at the end of the game.
See, I was in the stands. I didn't know how to get on the sideline of the high school game at first. I didn't know how to do it. I thought it was something special. But you want
hold on. You know who's on this team? Paul, right there. Stop. You know who's C14? You know who that is?
Who?
Go back.
Who?
14. 14. I'm gonna show you exactly who that is.
For Jackson?
Yes. I'm gonna tell you exactly who that is.
Right there?
Is that him? Wait, let him run a little bit.
That's 14.
Let me see. Where do you turn around? No, that's not him. You know the dude that played the dude, his name Lil Dread, he a rapper. He raps with what you call it, man. He was rapping with she in them shorts. In them little low shorts. Pull the song up.
Yeah.
His name Lil Dread. His name Lil Dread. He was on the shorts with
live and turn them butts into the slow walk. Let them have it. And this here right here is for the club. Get crunk.
That's the second part. This is the second part.
Yeah.
Go towards the end. You go to the end. I can tell you now.
No, this is the beginning. This is the beginning of the game.
Oh no.
Y'all was trying to kick the ball away from Duke, huh?
Damn
kick
right.
the ball out of bounds.
Well, he loved that skip hop right there, boy.
Then kick the ball out of bounds, trying to kick the ball away from a dog.
I get on the 35 instead of the 5. Anyway, Dread, he be rapping, man. Lil Dread, his name Lil Dread. You can see me in them little shorts.
Nasty
and you know
work.
who else?
They get 10 yards of carry. That's nasty. But you know what's nasty work, dog? Reggie Bush averaging 8 yards. 8 yards of carry his senior season, dog.
That's crazy.
That's nasty.
Ball greasy. That's what it. Nice and slow.
That's ball greasy?
No, he's not ball. He rapped on that song. Go back. That was the stiff arm right there I'm talking about. Go back. That stiff arm he just gave that kid. That's the stiff arm I'm talking about right there. Watch this.
Look at big Eric Flowers over here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, look how he came up out of that.
Watch this. That's the stiff arm I'm talking about. Watch this.
Yep. He just
That's
used it. Yeah, he let you push him away.
But we was out there hunting, though, boy. I ain't gonna lie to you. We were hunting. Them Jackson Generals was hunting, boy.
When Jackson used to play them close. Them games used to be 33-45. But when you would play against somebody like Duke, right, Hayes?
Mm-hmm.
Are you when you're talking to your kids that week, right? Do you believe inside you that they can stop him, or you're just firing them up to not be afraid of him?
I'll say this. I don't think kids, and I may be a little biased, but I don't think kids in Dade County are afraid. And I know what you're saying, but I do want to for the listener. I think they know who that dude is, though. But I don't think they be wanting to like size like they be like, man, I'm finna split this dude, coach. Because in their mind, they just as good.
They just as good. Yeah.
Now you can go coach in another part of the country and they be like, oh my God, coach, they got Duke Johnson on their team. How are we supposed to win? You know what I'm saying?
No, it's true. It's true. It's true. If you got a Robin Therese on your side and you got a Flowers on your side, right. They're there to compete.
Because guess what? They're D1 players too.
Right.
So in their mind, they saying he ain't no better than me.
So look at that shit. Wi-Fi. So the night before that game, right? You're saying to yourself, my player's ready, man. We may be able to hold him to 80 yards.
I never looked at it that way. So I get where you're coming from, but I always said I just wanted to make sure that we got great lanes. We knew where we were supposed to be, and we're gonna jump your ass. And so here's what I used to tell our players, right? Sometimes you gotta play mind game. I used to tell them, right? Like, for example, he was in my mindset. I said, listen, first play of the game, if all 11 of y'all get to the ball, he been hit 11 times. By the third play of the game, he been hit 33 times, and that's only the third. That's the kind of mind games you play. That's how you get them to the ball. Now, are you really going to get 11 people to the ball every time? No, but that's what you're trying to get them in that mind frame of. So if you watch it, we get to the ball, right? You don't see people looking like, oh, he got a tackle. You can't play them kind of games with the kind of dude. You got to get to the ball, right? See, look at this. Play it right there. You're going to see a bunch of white jerseys to the ball. See that? You're not going to just one dude never tackle a dude. You want to play you want to play the play I get split on.
How did he even? That's wild. For everybody out there whose son play offensive line and you think your son going to the league, right? No, y'all play good defense, dog. Y'all corral the ball. If you think your son going to, let me show you what a first round draft pick offensive lineman look like. Right here, running right here. Eric Flowers. Look what he at the end of the play. Look at him. 6'7", 300 pounds. Look what he the first one to do. This is what a first round draft pick look like.
Yeah.
So let's get it together. If you think your son gonna play in the league and he running around the house eating a bunch of hot dogs and he fat and he's 6'2" and he's 285. This is what a first round NFL draft pick look like in high school. In high school.
No, I'm with you. Glory South Media said Lil Dredd is more than just a hip-hop recording artist out of Liberty City, Miami, Florida. Dredd is an acronym for Dreams, Reality, Evolve Daily. All right, man. I love it, man.
Lil Dredd auntie in here, man. Oh, shit.
Glory said, no, that's all right, man. He was a good football player, man. He wasn't in love with it, though. You know, I think he wanted to follow his music career. Nothing wrong with that. I didn't think he was in love with the game, but he could play. He could play. He wasn't a big dude either, too. Like he still looked like about the same size. I'm looking at his pictures now, about the same size he was in high school, man. Had a bunch of hair, bunch of dreads. And also your boy, man, from Don't Riders, man. Iceberg. Yeah, he wasn't. No, he didn't play. He was just a student at Norland at the time. And Chad Thomas was at Jackson. End up going
Chad
to
Thomas was at Jackson first?
Yeah. Got him off a basketball court. His daddy used to work at the school. Yeah. And then because he used to go to not Master Academy. What's the name of the school with the performing arts? Not Master Academy. New World.
Across the street from Central, right?
No, that's
New
Tech.
Oh, he went to New World.
Because he piano, like classically trained in the piano, man.
I know. Did
Yeah.
you see where he at now?
Yeah, he classically trained in the piano. And so he cool.
I didn't know he started at Jackson. Was he good, or he just was getting his feet wet?
Yeah, he was young. Yeah, but he was good. Matter of fact, I got it right here.
What?
That's funny how that came up. Let me see if I can pull it. Let me see if I put it up here.
It's what Footballville used to be, dog.
This is Jenna Medvig
Oh yeah, we used to have Jenna worked for CBS now.
for Footballville, and I want you to hit the subscribe button below so that you don't miss any of our latest. Also, if you go to the top right-hand corner of the website, you can.
Footballville used to be lit, dog. There you go, right there, Chad Thomas. Highlight, dog. There you go. Chad Thomas versus this Chad Thomas highlight I had made for him. He's gonna get up and shoot the whole crowd or something.
He got big too.
Yeah, he's huge.
Check this out. Street.
Run it.
He was ninth grade. He was a baby, man. Ninth grade, dog. He was a baby.
Oh, heck no.
That's funny, ain't it?
That boy turned out to be a monster, fool.
Yeah. That's funny, man. How you could go back and look at all this stuff. It's just funny, man, how you could just go back and look at all these games. These were the highlights we made. This Teddy Bridgewater. Y'all want to see Teddy Bridgewater highlights against Northwestern?
He was a wide receiver or a quarterback?
Bridgewater?
What?
He was a quarterback. Him
Boy,
and Eli Manning.
He heat up by 1 1/3, boy. I got $100 on that.
Yeah.
That plus 700, Hayes. Them boy win, I get $800.
Yeah.
Boy.
That's funny. That's Winky right there. You saw him?
Number 3?
This Winky? Nah, 12. Watch this. Right here at the end. You'll see him. That's Quentin Fly right there, number 12. Cadillac Therese. I think that was Winky. Yeah, that's Winky. No, 18. I'm sorry. Not 12.
John Drummond was on the staff with you?
Yeah, he was. He was. Look at that defense biting out there, boy. Huh? Get out of here, Teddy Bridgewater.
Egg no. Teddy wasn't good all the time.
Nah, they beat us that game. They beat us this game. It was tough. It was a sprint draw. Man, this back in the day, boy.
And then you left and went to.
That's Winky. I went to FIU. Yeah, that's your boy right there. That's the little receiver you talking about.
How you got into FIU?
Talking to Frank Ponce. I used to work with his brother Doug Ponce at New Orleans. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Those are the days. Trash Powell, bro.
Trash Powell Stadium.
There go Tyson right there, number 10. Look at that. Get to the ball. You better get to the ball. Look at old coach. Look at old coach right here.
Where you at?
Right here with the green jacket on. Let's get that thing, baby.
What you said? 11 helmets to the ball.
Hey, you don't get to that ball, dog, it's going to be a problem. Yeah, hey, and this was a good game. Yeah, we are out there blocking punts. That was a fun time, bro. Oh, this is the play I'm talking about. Hold up, this is the play I was telling you about, Street. Remember I told you about? Okay, this cover 2. I'm standing right here. And I said, Chris, jump. Remember I was telling you about that play with Teddy Bridgewater?
Yeah.
And Eli Rogers?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm standing right here. And I'm saying, Chris, this Chris Hall right here. I say, jump it. I say, I got your back. If he beats you deep, I'll do your punishment. Right? Right, Street? That's what I told him.
Right.
Watch what he does. It's hard because it's cut. It's a highlight. He backs up. I said, don't back. Just jump. I'm walking him through it because I see the signal. Right? If he jumps it, it's touchdown. Now, Chris right there, mate, watch you dump him on his head.
Boom.
Yeah, but hell, I need an interception at that point.
What? What he looked at you and said, my bad, coach?
No, that's him right there making an interception, Chris Hall. He was a good player, man. That's Marquise Blanchard. He ended up transferring to the West at 11. He played at Howard, man. Look at Winky get busy. Look at Winky get busy. Look at Winky get busy. Go ahead, Wink.
No, Wink was nasty, dog.
Look at that. He was a 9th grader, dog. That's 9th grade.
Wink was nasty, dog. Wink was smooth.
Let's go. Man, we was killing them. Look at this.
Y'all beat him?
Nah. This is why we try to tell people, man, it was so close. That was a great game, man. Look at Wink. You can't beat Dade County football, dog. I'm sorry.
Dog, and no matter how old I get, when I hear that, what y'all was just playing, blah, 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 and it's a packed stadium, bro. I feel like it's the first day I started Footballville, bro. Like it never gets old for me.
That's that Pastor Troy, man.
It never gets old for me.
Man, we might get covered. No, watch these were like between each game. These were the things between each game. Let me see if I could go.
Taken from you. You know, when you get old in life, things get taken from you. That's just part of life. You only learn that, though, when you start to lose those things. That's when you find out that life is a game of inches. I mean, one half step too late or too early, and you don't quite make it. 1/2 second too slow or too fast, and you don't quite catch it. The inches we need are everywhere around us. They're in every break of the game, every minute, every second. In this game, we fight for that inch. In this game, we tear ourselves and everyone else around us to pieces for that inch. We claw with our fingernails for that inch because we know that when we add up all those inches, that's going to make the difference between winning and losing, between living and dying. And I tell you this, in any fight, it's a man who's willing to die who's going to win that inch. And I know if I'm going to have any life anymore, it's because I'm still willing to fight and die for that inch. Because that's what living is. The 6 inches in front of your face, you've got to look at that man next to you. Look into his eyes. Now,
That's lit,
you'll see a man who will go that inch with you. You're going to see a man who will sacrifice himself for the team because he knows when it comes down to it, you're going to do the same for him. That's the definition of a team. And either we play as a team or we will die as individuals.
Yeah,
But
dog.
y'all used to play that.
But we
Y'all
had-
used to play that.
No, those are just different. These were different ones. What I did was before each, like before every game, it was basically the highlight was broken up by game. Matter of fact, we were playing. Oh, this was right here. Yeah, we probably gonna get it. So it was playoffs. Yeah, dog. Trying to, copyright.
Damn, boy.
Well, I had
And y'all would play that. Y'all would play that before the game.
Man, we already gonna get the copyright. Fuck it. No, this is the highlight. These are the highlights at the end of the season.
Everybody think they sold it. Then what's up? We'll go to war.
They lie here.
Man, let's get up out of here, dog.
All right, you let it
Yeah, I
go.
want to see her. Huh?
I don't want to see the anti season so long. They lie tonight.
What is this, like 3?
We're moving into the valley of the shadow of death, where you will watch the back of the man next to you as he will watch yours. And you won't care what color he is
Yeah.
or by what name he calls God. They say we're leaving home. We're going to what home was always supposed to be.
This was lit.
Let us understand the situation. We are going into battle against a tough and determined enemy. I can't promise you that I will bring you all home alive. But this I swear, before you and before Almighty God, that when we go into battle, I will be the first to set foot on the field, and I will be the last to step off. And I will leave no one behind.
Wait.
Dead or alive, we will all come home together. So help me God.
That's ugly work, dog.
Huh?
That's ugly work, dog. You used to make them and let them watch it before the game?
No, these were made. This was the season highlight at the end. At the end.
Oh.
It was a season.
Oh.
It's the season highlight. Yeah. Yeah, dog.
No, that was
Yeah, we
some
got a
nice
clean
little
show
work,
tonight.
dog.
Oh man, that's our movie. That's our movie on the Apple.
I know. We in Twitter space right now, man. Let's get up out of here, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button and share, bro. Let's get up out of here, dog.
You got an I don't see her?
I don't see how we said we're gonna be in here 30 minutes and it's an hour.
On the head. Listen, I don't see how either, man. Much love to y'all, man. We're gonna definitely make it happen. The draft is tomorrow. So can I say this, Street? I don't know if we may be on. I gotta attend my man draft stuff, man. Joe Milton. So I may not be on tomorrow or Friday. I meant to tell you that. No, I'm saying it out loud, but I also want to share with
I don't know why we're talking about that in here.
It just came out my mouth, dog. I don't even know. Hold up. Applause. 305 in the building. 305 in the building.
I don't know why we having that discussion in front of everybody.
Because hey man, y'all celebrate my dog Joe Milton, man, going into the draft, man. Damn. I guess I got caught up, dog, looking at the former players, and I got a tear in my eye, dog. Like I look back at these pictures all the time.
Tomorrow only the first round, right?
First round, second round Friday, third round Saturday.
You say what you say you're going to do tomorrow?
The draft tomorrow, 8:00.
Are you going to watch it?
Yeah, you got to draft.
You go first round?
I believe second. I believe second or third somewhere in there. A second day, Adam, brother.
It's first round tomorrow, right?
First round is tomorrow at 8, yes.
And then second round, right? Okay.
Second round, third round, and it's Friday is at 7:00. So, because it's a little bit longer, but I think they do rounds 2, 3 tomorrow, and then they do 4, 5, 6 Saturday.
Right.
Yeah, man. But yeah, we'll chop it up, man. Go ahead, y'all jump into Twitter space. We about to go jump on here. Coach Hayes Football, Canes Talk Live. Open up the phone line, talk about some of these recruits and stuff. And we'll get in. Over 300 people been in the building with us. We appreciate it. This is Hayes Street. We in Chicago, Chi-Town. $1 bill.
Cold in the mother. Cold in the thumb.
Swinging a bat at a little white ball. Trying to knock it over the gate. So, with all that being said, we out here, man. Any last word?
Peace. So where they come from?
Soul Train. We out here, man. Peace.
Yo.